Welcome to Strange Travels. I'm Lauren, and that's Clint, and we're from Nashville. We love to travel, whether it's a day trip or to another country. We love seeking out new experiences, hiking with our dog Lily, and finding amazing food along the way. Today we are in Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada. We visit 2 islands, one of which is considered sacred. We hike alongside Maligne Canyon, explore the underrated Mount Edith Cavell, and of course find some awesome food. Here we go! So after Peyto Lake, we decided to go ahead and head on to Jasper, and started to get kind of dark, looking like it was gonna rain. So we drove through the rain and we got here and we were starving, and we ended up at Jasper Brewing Company, and of course we had to get flights. I ended up getting the chicken club. Our waitress actually recommended it, and it sounded really good because it comes on naan bread, which I am here for. It also has sriracha mayo on it, and that sounded really good. That is really good. The sriracha mayo is a little spicy, but it's perfect for this day because it's rainy and it's chilly, and this is nice and warm.
And my menu selection came recommended by our server, and it's something I've never heard of. And it was a seared halloumi bowl. I didn't know what halloumi was. We had to Google it. It is goat or sheep's milk. It can also be made with cow's milk, and it has a high melting point, so it comes, you can sear the cheese, and it looks like it's got chickpeas on here, some chopped up almonds. Pretty excited about this. Can't believe this is cheese. Here we go. It tastes like fried mozzarella, but there's no breading. But it tastes as if there was breading. It's really good. I wish there were like 6 more of those seared cheese bricks on my salad, but 2 will be fine.
Of course, we had to get dessert, and we ended up getting the campfire creme brulee, which essentially is just s'mores creme brulee. And it came out even like smelling like a campfire, and it looks delicious. Wow, that's good. It's really good. Good morning. We made a quick pit stop for some coffee and pastries, which was much needed. And we didn't have a ton of time in there because we've got a boat to catch.
That boat we had to catch was a boat cruise on Maligne Lake to Spirit Island, which is that island right there. You used to be able to walk out onto that island, but you can't anymore. They consider it sacred ground, and it used to be trampled to death. So to preserve it, you can't walk out there anymore, but the views are still spectacular.
On Spirit Island itself, Spirit Island, sacred ground. In previous years, people were allowed to go on it, but it just got completely trampled on, and it was not a very pretty sight after a while. So stick to the path.
It's about a 35-minute boat ride out here. You get about 15 minutes on land, and then 35-minute boat ride back. And when you get here, if the water does not seem to have that blue color like you see behind us, don't worry, because the further you get out this way, the more the water is fed by glaciers.
And it looks beautiful. You can see it as you're going. It just changes colors and it's beautiful.
And if you have an overcast day like we do, don't let that scare you. Our tour guide, who was awesome, said that overcast days tend to bring out the blue color better here. So we lucked out.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Put those gloves back on.
They say if you visit on your birthday, you have to jump in, and I'm glad it's not my birthday.
And if it is your birthday, don't tell them.
Yeah. When visiting Maligne Lake, you will take the Maligne Road, and it's a great opportunity to see wildlife. Unfortunately, we didn't see any on the way here, hoping to see some on the way out. Someone on our cruise said that they saw a bear on the way in.
And our guide even said that he saw a moose like 4 or 5 days ago, which is pretty awesome.
And he also said he saw a bear yesterday. So hopefully that bear's still hanging around, and we will
see it on the way back.
He did share that Parks Canada this year has a new rule law that if you see wildlife and you get out of your vehicle, you could be fined $25,000. It's not safe for you, it's not safe for the bear. So if you do see wildlife in visiting, make sure to stay in your vehicle. Outside of the boat tour, there's a lot of other activities that you can do from Maligne Lake. There's a canoe rental, there's the chalet, there are restaurants, there's a gift shop. The restaurant has an amazing view overlooking the lake. There's also some trails, 2 of which we would have definitely done had we had more time here. The Bald Hills and the Mary Schaefer Loop look like trails right up our alley, but unfortunately, we've got a few other stops that we're trying to make today. So we're gonna be leaving Maligne Lake and making a few extra stops on the way out.
Our first stop on the way back to Jasper is Medicine Lake, and believe it or not, this lake actually completely empties out because there's not enough water from the glaciers to continue to fill it. So especially in the winter time, it's completely gone.
And disappears.
Our next stop as we head back down to Jasper is Maligne Canyon Loop Trail. If you do the whole thing, it's 2.3 miles round trip. It's about an hour or so. And what's great about this trail is it offers a ton of flexibility, ranging from easiest, medium, hard, so whatever you're wanting to do.
Yes, whatever you're up for, this trail can offer it. The first half of the trail we're on, it is just views like this the entire way. You can kind of see the town of Jasper back over here.
Tiny.
Probably not with our camera, but trust me, it's there. And the mountains, it's a beautiful view up here. It's so quiet.
And we're currently on the longest trail, which they say it's the hardest trail. But what's cool about it is it starts kind of higher up on the mountain. And so, it's just been beautiful the whole way.
Yes, these views are crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we're about at the halfway point of this trail, and we're trying to figure out if we made the right choice or if these other people made the right choice.
First of all, we're like one of the few that's going this way. So
we're going counterclockwise on this trail. And a lot of other people are going clockwise. And the reason that seems like an important decision is because we're going down this hill that everybody else is climbing up. And we're wondering when we're going to have to climb up, or if we're going to have to climb up. But
it's pretty intense.
We'll find out. We'll see what happens. you get down into Maligne Canyon, the water is wild. Waterfall. This hike is so much fun just when you're putting the camera equipment away because you think it's a straight shot to the parking lot. They surprise you with underground rivers.
I made it. Good news, we made it back, and counterclockwise is definitely the way to go.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely easier, and you still have to go up some stairs counterclockwise, but 100%, that is the way to go.
Yes. If you're doing our trail, if you're just wanting to see the canyon, you can, there's a lot of different ways, like we said. However, if you want to get up close to the canyon like we did, but you're a little concerned about the incline, the climbing.
Yeah, either way, yeah.
There is an opportunity to park at the 5th Bridge parking location where you literally park at the canyon, the water level.
Yeah.
And you can do your own out and back to that parking spot. And if you get to a point where you're not sure you want to climb anymore, you can just turn around and head back. So definitely recommend that. And I would definitely, if you're going to do our trail, I definitely recommend downloading or getting All Trails. Might need All Trails Plus to download a map, because we did cross several people that were on the trail a little confused because there was a lot of smaller trails that kind of intertwine with the loop we were doing. So that can go in general for any hiking you do out here because you don't have any service. And now we are hungry. About 10 minutes less than that north of Jasper is Pyramid Mountain, and at the base of Pyramid Mountain is Pyramid Lake, and on that lake is Pyramid Island. So we are gonna go eat ourselves a pyramid lunch. When we got to Canada, unexpectedly, one of the more fun experiences we had was visiting the grocery stores and seeing all the different flavored chips they have here that we don't have regularly in the US.
So we decided that what better way to do this than to do a chip taste test.
Yes.
I got regular ketchup, Lay's potato chips, and then also this Miss Vicky's sweet and spicy ketchup. So we got regular and we got sweet and spicy.
And then we had to get all dressed. These are the Doritos Tangy all dressed. And then this isn't really very Canadian, but since I'm from Kentucky and I've never seen these before, we got the KFC original recipe chips, which
we've never even heard of.
I don't even know how Ruffles got the recipe, but we're excited to try all of these. The first chip we're gonna try is the well-known Canadian treat, the ketchup potato chip.
Oh, these look interesting. All right. Wow. Woo! If you like ketchup.
It tastes like a French fry potato.
No.
That has been covered in ketchup. So that's how I like my French fries.
That's good.
I'd eat that bag, and I will eat that bag.
All right. Now we're going with the sweet and spicy ketchup. I'm interested how different this is going to be. Like, how spicy is it really going to be?
Yeah. Okay.
I actually might like those better.
Yeah. The kettle cooked, right?
Yeah.
So that, I think that helps.
And I think the sweet and spicy is like a little bit of sweet, a little bit of spice. I don't know, but very good.
Yes.
All right.
Next is the other Canadian traditional treat, the all-dressed.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like these.
I've never met a Dorito I didn't like.
That's true.
Okay.
Ready? Well, that settles it. We should probably go back to the grocery store right now and buy all of those.
Yes.
Wow.
Those
might be better than like the original. I mean, those are pretty darn good.
I don't know that they beat Cool Ranch,
Yeah.
but dang.
Okay. Big fan.
Yeah, these might be the favorites so far.
I mean, they're all good. I'm just glad we're getting to try this. Okay. And then this that has nothing to do with Canada, the KFC. I'm definitely intrigued by these. I'm sure they'll be good. Ready?
Yeah.
It just tastes like the spice on the chicken.
It tastes like
Pepper.
it definitely tastes like the Kentucky Fried Chicken
You can
seasoning
even-
that's in the breading.
You can even see the pepper flakes. You can see pepper flakes on the chip. See them?
I love that.
No,
Now,
they're good.
I might be biased.
No, it's good.
But that's wild.
But these are definitely, I think we can both agree these are the winner.
yeah,
So if you come to Canada, get
we'll be
some.
fighting over the. We should have got a family size bag.
I'm probably going to make him go to the grocery store on the way home.
We're gonna have to find a way to get those back in Tennessee.
Yeah. And that concludes our chip taste test.
After lunch, we did venture across the bridge onto Pyramid Island here at Pyramid Lake. It is about probably quarter mile, half a mile loop
Yeah.
around the island. It's a really small island, a lot of historical significance here. There's a shelter that is literally 90 years old. It was built in 1933 that is still here on the island. Great place for a picnic, sit on the water, listen to the waves, listen to the wind, and just views of all these mountains everywhere.
All the way around.
After exploring Pyramid Island, we passed elk on the way back to the town of Jasper, and after a quick stop by our hotel, we spontaneously made the decision to go visit Mount Edith Cavell, even though it was not in our original plans for the day.
So just before the town of Jasper is Edith Cavell, and wow, I mean, we did not plan to do this, but it's about a 20-minute drive just to get here and then 20 minutes out, but wow, it is
The drive alone.
yes, and
It's
that
worth it.
was what was so fun is like it was a drive that we hadn't done, and it just went up the mountain and it was beautiful. And then we got here, and you can just do a viewpoint picture. You don't even have to do the hike, but we decided to do the Path of the Glacier hike.
And it's about just over half a mile to get here, so half a mile back, a little over a mile round trip, and boy, is it worth it. I mean, we are standing at the toe of a glacier.
Yeah.
If you can hear it, that waterfall is just glacier runoff. It is
Yeah.
just water running off the glacier, feeding this Cavell pond, lake.
Yeah.
And
And honestly, if you are on the fence about it, because we didn't have this in our plans, we just were not sure if we had time, absolutely do it. Like, put it on your list. Like, I definitely, this is a must do for me.
Wow, I feel like, I mean, I'll try to do like just some video of it. You're just down in this hole,
Yeah.
looking up at a mountain with a glacier, and it's wild.
Yeah.
This place is unbelievable. The view behind us and then you just start rotating, and you're like, that's an amazing view. Oh, there's a mountain. Oh, there's a glacier with a waterfall towards another glacier, towards a beautiful lake.
Now it's time to head back to the town of Jasper for the rest of the evening for dinner and, of course, something sweet. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was making a totem pole. So for our last night in Jasper, we stopped to get dinner, and we were really excited about it, had all intention to film it.
We did film it.
It
kind of.
started,
Yeah.
yes.
Started to.
And then it didn't quite go that well. Didn't feel like it was a place we could recommend. Now it is highly rated. If you go on Yelp, Google,
yeah. It's one of the more top-rated places in Jasper.
So we felt like it was a good choice, but the food food came out cold.
And we talked about it, and we're like, we're not sure if we ordered the wrong thing. We're not sure if it was an off night. And we understand that food is completely subjective.
Yes.
And so, like, we are not picky people. Like, I don't feel like I have the best palate by any means.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just, like he said.
I wouldn't, after that experience, I would not recommend it.
Yeah, and we don't want to, like,
And
name the restaurant by any means. And
the biggest lesson we learned is we asked our tour guide earlier today on the
Maligne Lake cruise.
The tour guide told us, you should go.
He
to,
mentioned Jackson Brewing, which we went there last night.
And then he mentioned Earl's, and we didn't choose Earl's.
And clearly,
and there's Earl's.
And as we're walking past here, we're like, we're sorry, Earl's.
Maybe we should have gone to Earl's.
Maybe we should have.
But
overall, it's still great because we're about to go get a Canadian staple for dessert. After the video, I just said, is it a Canadian staple? And he said, it is now.
I guess so. I guess so now.
So, well, if I say it on the video, it must be true.
Yeah, you saw it. You saw it on YouTube. It makes it true.
I saw a video on the internet.
Oh.
And that Canadian staple is Beavertails. I got the Hazel Amour, which is Nutella, and man, it is nice and warm. I don't even know. Oh man, okay. We're just gonna go for it. Okay. It's not any good. No, it's fabulous. Wow. This is a must-do.
And to go even further Canadian, I got the maple, which comes with maple flavored spread and maple sugar crunch. It smells like a pancake. Uh-oh. Drop the napkin. Napkins. Probably gonna need those. As long as I didn't drop the beaver tail.
That would be tragic.
Oh, I'd cry.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Took the biggest bite I could.
Does it taste like a pancake?
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's warm. Oh, yeah, Lauren's right. This is a must get. Wow, they were both good. Lauren and I agree. The maple was the way to go.
Those donut-like delights ended our time in Jasper on a high note. Tomorrow, we hop back on the Icefields Parkway on our way to Banff and Lake Louise. You won't want to miss those videos, so be sure to subscribe because we can't wait to show you all we did in this legendary Canadian town and national park. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe below, and now you can also check out our brand new website where we will be sharing our travel guides and more. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram so you'll know when we post new travel guides.
He loves ketchup.